Hello, my name is Allie and welcome to my channel. We are back with Radiant Tale Zafora's route. Let's go. The following day, we were all ready to depart for Kultara. Due to the emergency, we were allowed to take a carriage normally reserved for palace officials. The ride was surprisingly short, though it was coastlier, I guess, and less comfortable than a normal carriage. Costlier, maybe? We arrived in Kultara within 2 days, a whole 5 days faster than usual. We pitched our tent in front of the plaza outside of the Public Security Forces branch office. Sorry. Right after that, we met up with Aleste to discuss the state of things in Kultara and our next move.
Let me explain what happened after I got here. Once I arrived, I went to Balto's mansion to inform him of his dismissal. But Balto already knew about the dismissal and didn't let me in, so I imagine he must have planted a spy in the palace. Furthermore, a man in his mansion sprayed a perfume on me.
Perfume? No way. Aleste nodded, confirming my suspicion.
He only sprayed a little, but judging by the sweet smell, it was the Mirakus perfume.
Are you alright?
Yes, I am. To think His Highness would deign to worry about me, I am blessed. Back to business. I did inhale a small amount, but I'm fine. I immediately took countermeasures according to the information Zafora gave me.
Thank goodness.
Hey, didn't you think that Balto is acting kind of strange? Or don't you think? Close enough. He refused to meet the palace rep and dumped perfume on him instead. Agreed. He always has been good at hiding his schemes behind the scenes. It's not like him to rebel against the king so openly. What in the world is he planning?
I left Balto's mansion and the underground labyrinth to seek His Majesty's response. Right after I stepped out of the labyrinth, the ground shook something fierce. Once it calmed down, a strange occurrence took place in the underground labyrinth. Regardless of where you enter from, you're taken right back out. It's impossible to enter normally.
In short, we cannot go near Balto's mansion, since we must traverse the labyrinth to get there.
I assume the earthquake was him operating the place using the labyrinth necklace. What the hell does that geezer want? He made an enemy of the country and shut himself in the underground labyrinth.
I have no idea, but he's certainly up to no good.
The citizens have grown increasingly anxious because they can't use the labyrinth.
Uh-huh. I see where things stand now.
Now, about our next move. I'll lead the public security forces and exterminate fiends around Kultara.
I can sense a whole lot of fiends, even from here.
It's highly likely they will invade the city if we don't do anything about it. I'll command the officers stationed here to prevent that from happening.
Got it. As for us, our top priority will be getting Kulivus to make erase bullets. I'll need our magic users, Pascalia and Ratty, Ginia as his guardian, and...
Zafora's gaze slid over to me.
You can assist Kulivus in making the bullets.
Okay.
Vilio, Eon, and I will keep an eye on Balto's movements. Any questions?
No objections from me. We should follow Zafora's instructions and see how things unfold from there. Me neither. I trust Zafora because he knows Kultara the best. And so we all agreed to act according to Zafora's directions. After a simple lunch, the bullet-making team gathered in the common area. Okay, first things first. Shall I explain what erase is? Ginia put a mystic tool down on the table. Is this it?
What a unique shape. And look at this fine ornamentation. It's so pretty.
As we took a long look at the item, Ginia picked it up and gave it a forceful shake. See the chambers here? Once you insert a magic-filled bullet and pull the trigger, erase will activate.
By the way, how exactly are the bullets made? A small bullet can be made by pouring mana of all 4 elements into the tool at the same time. You can't craft bullets if you lack the power or the elements are out of balance. Like this, for example.
Ooh, pretty. Ginia tried to make a bullet using wind magic. The projectile began to take shape. Oh, however, it vanished in no time. Well, you never know until you try. Maybe it's easier than we think. Let's give it a go, shall we?
Okay.
Oh, no. Stop right there. Colovis was panting hard after pouring his mana into attempt after attempt.
Are we done?
Mm-hmm. You've used a lot of mana today. We can pick this back up tomorrow.
But we need to hurry.
Oh,
Eck!
Whoa there.
Ratty quickly took hold of Colovis before he could fall.
Thank you, Ratty.
I know you're feeling impatient, but pushing yourself will get you nowhere. Agreed. Your mana will recover when you rest. Let's try again tomorrow once you're back in good shape, okay?
Okay.
Colovis bit his lip in frustration as he wiped the sweat off his forehead. Poor kid. Gosh, I didn't realize it was already this late. Is it almost time for dinner? I saw Eon in the kitchen earlier. I'll go give him a hand. Sorry, Eon. I didn't mean to leave everything to you. Is there anything I can help with?
It is fine. I'm almost done. Thank you for the offer, though. Oh, there's one thing. Given that the public security forces are still short-handed, might I ask that you take on the cooking starting tomorrow?
Sure, I've got it. Eon cracked a smile at my little fist pump of determination. All right, girl. I realized then how tired he looked.
How is Colovis doing, by the way?
Eon flipped an egg as he asked. He's working hard, though I don't think he'll succeed anytime soon.
Oh, much as I would like to assist, I'm helpless when it comes to magic.
Flashback. I was reminded of Colovis's earlier attempts. Pascalia and Ratty gave the prince advice on wielding his magic as they watched him try. Meanwhile, Ginia kept track of Colovis's mana and strength so that he wouldn't push himself too hard. And then there's me. I can't use a lick of magic, so all I could do was cheer him on. I wonder why Zafora chose me to assist Colovis. Is it because there's nothing I can do to help?
What do you think, lady?
I jumped when Eon called me. Huh? I'm sorry, Eon. I was spacing out, so I didn't hear what you said. Eon donned a crooked smile. A crooked smile.
I was asking you to make some tea for Colovis and the others, as they appear rather tired from today's session. But since you look tired as well, I will do it myself.
No, I'm not tired at all. Let me make the tea. You don't need to lift a finger.
You are that zealous about tea preparation?
Yeah, kinda. I wanted to do something after being utterly useless during the prince's bullet crafting practice. I set to making the tea with that in mind. Good work, guys. I made some tea at Eon's suggestion. Help yourselves.
Thanks, kiddo.
What a floral aroma, and it tastes a bit orangey.
It's slightly bitter, but still delicious. I'm still warm.
I used orange blossom and orange peels in this blend. It relaxes the mind and washes away your fatigue. How about you make one for Zafora, too? He just got back in his tent. Really? I'll go take a look. All right. Is this his point of view? It says others, so I'm guessing his. Yeah, I don't know who it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Colovis? Ginia? Did it say? Hold on, let me check. I just want to see. I don't think it did, though. Okay, that's weird. I don't understand why it doesn't say who it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm guessing it might be colorless. I'm not sure, though. I'll just read it with my normal voice, and then once we figure out who it is, well. I took another sip of the tea after Lady left the common area. Okay, so it is him.
So good. It really was delicious. I hadn't just said it to please her.
She's getting better at making herbal teas. I guess people do excel when they're fond of something.
Is Lady really into herbal tea? Pascalia giggled at my question.
It's not that she's into herbal tea. She's into the person who's into herbal tea.
What do you mean? Ah, la, 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 I can't hear you. Ratty started hollering to drown us out.
She's an open book. There's no way you haven't noticed, Ratty.
I have not. Not how she studies herbs in her spare time, and definitely not the happy look she gets when she stares at her barrette. I don't know nothing about that, you hear? Does Lady love someone who has something to do with herbs and barrettes? Hey, Colivus, I won't let you touch my luscious fur ever again if you don't drop this right frickin' now. Ratty's hackles raised in anger. Maybe this topic was off limits. The idea of never rubbing his fluffy fur again was dreadful, so I moved the conversation along. I'm sure Zafora picked Lady to help me because she's good at taking care of people. I need to give it everything I've got. Giving myself a little pep talk, I guzzled the rest of my tea.
Back to Lady. Zafora, I made you some tea. I announced my presence as I entered the tent, then fell silent. Zafora was hunched over some documents, writing something down. He's so focused, he didn't even notice I'm here. Now that I saw he was in the zone, I hesitated to call out again. I don't want to bother him. Guess I should leave quietly. I tiptoed back to the entrance, but then... Oops! The teapot and cup on the tray bumped into each other with a clatter.
It's you. Do you need something?
Finally noticing my presence, Zafora shot me a glance before resuming his work. I brewed you up a cup of herbal tea. Looks like I came at a bad time, though. Sorry to bother you. He sighed at my timid apology and glared at me.
Stop jumping to conclusions. Who said you were bothering me? I've never thought that. Not once. You made that tea for me, didn't you? Perfect timing, actually. I'm kind of thirsty. Give it to me.
Okay. It's still steeping, so wait a sec. The sand in the hourglass I used to measure steep time had nearly all flowed to the bottom. Orange blossom... Oh, wait, wrong voice.
Orange blossom, eh?
Wow, you can tell by the scent alone? I hope I can memorize them, too. I'd been studying herbs because I wanted to make the most delicious teas for Zafora. So far, I could only recognize the aromas of the most well-known herbs.
You just naturally recognize it if you've lived in Kultara. Stay here if you want to learn. Well, you can't move here with everything that's going on now.
True. We have to solve the current problem first. Moving to Kultara, huh? I'd never thought about leaving Arthair and moving somewhere else. Zafora's abrupt suggestion echoed in my mind.
Hey, do you hear that?
Huh? When I listened carefully, I could hear voices outside the tent, which, if the sound worked, we'd probably be hearing it too.
It's from the plaza. Let's take a look.
A crowd was in the midst of squabbling in the plaza. With all the cursing, they seemed ready to go to blows at any moment. It was sheer chaos.
So you're here too?
The other circus members had come as well, presumably having heard the same thing we did.
Kultara's craftsmen are arguing with each other. For now, Vilio, Eon, and some officers are trying to stop the others who were about to throw hands.
They all look livid. I don't think they'll be calming down anytime soon. I stood there at a loss for what to do, and then two men in front of me started fighting.
Drag Zafora out here now!
Watch your tongue. He's the next sentinel. The next sentinel seems to me like they just propped him up on their own.
I've got to stop them. Excuse me, but can we all calm down first and talk about it? Nothing will be solved if you keep...
Don't talk like you know it all, outsider.
Rejecting my attempt to clear the air, the man raised his hand. Eep!
Hey, you okay?
Zafora swept in to protect me. Thank you.
It's dangerous to cut in when they're arguing. Stand back.
He then walked to the center of the plaza, parting the sea of discordance. With a loud clap, he got their attention.
Quiet if you would.
His sharp voice cut through the chaos, and a great silence reigned. People stopped arguing, their lips set in tight lines as they stared at Zafora.
I won't hide or run away, so if you have something to say, come straight to me. There's no need for you to spew vitriol at one another. Complain to me all you like.
The citizens exchanged glances following his resonant declaration. Not long after, a man stepped forward.
I heard Lord Balto locked the underground labyrinth because he was dismissed by the palace, but I believe he'll unlock the labyrinth once you, the next sentinel, leave Koltada and withdraw his dismissal.
The man's hatred of Zafora was on full display. It put me on edge. Yet Zafora stood his ground and replied to his usual calm tone.
Did Balto promise he'd return the labyrinth to its original state if I did leave it and retract the dismissal request?
No, he didn't. But with how bad things are now, he definitely will.
He's right. We're in this situation because you went against Lord Balto.
More and more people agreed with the man.
Balto hasn't made any demands, so is there any guarantee he'll return the labyrinth once I'm gone? Let's say I get out of here and roll back his dismissal. What'll you do if he still doesn't hand over the labyrinth then? Are you going to continue to do what he wants in the vain hope you can please him?
You have a point, but that's all we can do right now.
The heated man lost momentum the more Zafora pressed him. It wasn't enough to change his mind, though. Oopsies. Did I? Okay, it was.
Let's do this then. Tell me right away once Balto gives any terms to open the labyrinth. Should Balto be willing to negotiate, there will be room for consideration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
The man nodded in agreement. He must have found a point of compromise.
So that means we just loaf around till then? When can we get back to work if the labyrinth's still locked?
He's right. My livelihood is on the line here. You think we can just sit tight and wait?
I've borrowed Erase to take the labyrinth necklace away from the sentinel. Once we activate the device and reclaim the necklace from Balto, we can take back the labyrinth for sure.
Why don't you do it now then?
Erase's bullets are not something that can be easily made. It'll take some time. I know it's hard, but please be patient.
You hear that, everybody? It'll take some time to make those bullets, and this guy here abandoned Koltada once already. Can we even believe a word he says?
Another enraged man refuted everything Zafora had said.
True. Why the hell should we trust somebody who ditched Koltada in the first place?
The people who'd finally agreed to compromise were raising objections once more. The commotion showed no signs of stopping. What should we do?
In that case, will you believe the words of the Crown Prince?
Huh? The hell is Bratz doing here?
I'm Colovis, Crown Prince of Escoltia. I shall make sure to fulfill my royal duty and craft the necessary bullets. And for that, I ask that you wait for just a short while.
No way.
Are you the Prince Colovis who only recently recovered? Excuse me, my goodness, I'm hiccuping.
To think His Highness would help us.
After Colovis stepped forward, more and more people chose to believe in us. Meanwhile, the men opposing Zafora clicked their tongues and left the plaza, knowing the odds were stacked against them. Zafora continued to lend his ear to other citizens, and with that, their ill feelings towards him gradually weakened. And I'm going to let you guys go here, because I'm starting to lose my voice. But I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!